Right then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. I'm back again. We are back from the break. We're back from the break, and we're gonna be discussing Mikel Arteta's press conference. We'll be discussing a couple of things, transfers here and there. Arsenal take on Brentford today. It's the beginning of the new season. We begin the campaign off to a very exciting, away trip to Brentford. They're just promoted, but they're not easy. They're not as easy as you would think about. So Mikel Arteta did speak about a couple of things, and one of the things actually spoke about is Ivan Toney, that striker at Brentford that scored 33 goals last season with 10 assists. We'll be diving into that and maybe try to understand what exactly we have to do to stop Ivan Toney and Brentford as a whole. I need your predictions in. I need your thoughts on this game as well. Where do you think Arsenal will finish this season? How will our season actually run? It's a very big question, and I need you to get involved as much as you can. Smash the like button, hit the notification bell after subscribing to the channel, because we're going to be speaking a lot of things. Of course, in terms of transfers, there is talk that Martin Odegaard is also becoming closer and closer and closer to signing for Arsenal. Madrid and Arsenal are in advanced talks at the moment, as per Chris Whitley, as per Fabrizio Romano. Martin Odegaard could be the player, the attacking midfielder that joins Arsenal rather than James Maddison. Things actually changing. Obviously, Romano has said in the last few minutes and said Martin Odegaard would love to rejoin Arsenal. He was really happy with his loan spell last season, and is waiting for Arsenal bid to be accepted by Real Madrid once the green light arrives. So we are waiting on this one. We are very, very, very eager to listen in from what actually comes in from the walls. Like I said, we won't be bombarding you with so much of transfer rumors and transfer updates. So we'll be keeping it low. We'll be keeping it quiet, trying to travel through the season and things like that, with more information probably from other teams and the Premier League as a whole. But the big story before we go, as we start the party, is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Alexander Lacazette are both out of this game. That is the big story. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, according to The Athletic, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Alexander Lacazette, both Arsenal strikers, both strikers tipped to start in this game, have been ruled out. And The Athletic, as per David Onstein, are saying both strikers are unwell. Now, the problem has not yet been specified, whether it is malaria, whether it is a cold, whether it's injury, or anything of the sort. But what you have to know is Aubameyang is out. It was reported first that Aubameyang will be out of this game, and minutes later, Alexander Lacazette was also reported to be unwell, and both of them have been ruled out for this game, as per David Onstein and as per The Athletic. However, one of the things I can confirm to you is reports today in the morning have been indicating that Arsenal will be very, very open to letting both players go, with Roma interested in Alexander Lacazette. However much the agent of Alexander Lacazette has actually come out and denied all the rumors and all the reports linking his player with a move away from the Emirates Stadium. So there are no, according to the agent, there are no reports and there are no negotiations between Roma and the camp of Alexander Lacazette. The player is out of this game for reasons of being unwell, as per The Athletic. So I think that's going to be a very big question now. Who starts for Arsenal up front? Aubameyang is out. He's unwell, and Lacazette is unwell. Edin Ketia has a 4-week injury. I think it's an ankle injury. 4-week ankle injury. Now the question is, who starts for Arsenal up front? The options we have is Balogun could play there. Martinelli could be playing there as well. We have Emu Smith-Rowe, who's played as a false 9 against Villarreal. So maybe we could see Emil Smith Rowe play as a false nine. I don't want to see that happen. Or maybe Nicola Pepe, who's been training so much recently to become, training so much as a striker, as a finisher, as a forward in that area. Maybe we could see Nicola Pepe. But I reckon it's gonna be he's either gonna play a 4-3-3 with a false nine, and we'll talk about this as we enter the game 1 hour or 2 hours late, 2 hours to the game. I think what's gonna happen is Mikel might decide, and I'm not really 100% sure on this, but I think Mikel might decide to play a 4-3-3 or a 3-4-3 or a 3-5-2, but I think it's gonna be a 3-4-3 or a 4-3-3, where he plays Nicola Pepe up front as a false nine, or as a typical striker trying to gamble out things, or play Emil Smith Rowe as a false nine. Now I don't want to see that. Like I've said, I think we don't have the quality to play at waste our only creative spark, our only creative piece in Emil Smith Rowe, and waste him as the only false nine. So what I would love to see, if because Pepe is gonna play on the left, Saka on the right, I reckon, and we do not have both of our typical strikers now, typical older strikers out. I would love to see Gabriel Martinelli get a chance. I don't care whether he plays Martinelli as a left winger and Pepe as a striker, or Saka. I don't want to see Saka down through the middle, honestly. So I would love to see Nicola Pepe left and Gabriel Martinelli as central striker, or probably Balogun. Now, with Balogun, most of us would want to see him. And it's a no-brainer that the Balogun, that we want to see Balogun. Obviously, we were screaming for him last season. He's just signed a new contract, and this is gonna be a big season for him. I reckon, and all of us do reckon it's gonna be, a very, very big season for the young lad. So it's what an opportunity at the beginning of the season. Both senior strikers are out, and obviously they're underperforming. But what actually gives you more confidence is they're out. Maybe it's time to give Balogun a chance. We've been crying for this. We've been speaking about it, lots and lots of times. Can we see Balogun? Should we see Balogun here and there? And this is the time. For me, it's the time. Give Balogun a chance, or give Gabriel Martinelli a chance. Mikel loves playing Martinelli as a left winger. That is where he wants him to play. But it's gonna be more interesting now to see who plays for Arsenal as striker against Brentford. And I think it should be Balogun or Martinelli. Either of two, I'll be comfortable. I'll absolutely be very, very comfortable. So, still talking about team news. Like I said, Aubameyang and 3 of our strikers are actually out. Aubameyang, Nketiah, and Alexander Lacazette. For the moment, they are out. Thomas Partey's right ankle injury is also disturbing him. And according to the Arsenal website, they're saying Thomas Partey sustained an ankle injury to the ligaments in his right ankle during the friendly match against Chelsea on August the 1st. Thomas continues to be assessed and is expected to be back in training by the end of August. So, another important piece for us in this game that is out is Thomas Partey, and for me that automatically qualifies the three remaining pieces in the puzzle, which is Mohamed Elneny. I wouldn't want Elneny to start in this game, but I think starting Lokonga is a bit more of a risk. So Elneny could play with Granit Xhaka. Now that is nonsense, absolute nonsense when both of them play together, because I think they are more of the same. Elneny doesn't want to take on the defensive responsibilities. So is Xhaka. All of them will want to play as box to box midfielders, trying to take the ball forward, which I think they absolutely do in a very bogus way. In my opinion, you play Lokonga when Partey is away. You play Lokonga and either of Xhaka and Mohamed Elneny. Now the question goes to you people: would you play Lokonga and Xhaka, or Lokonga and Elneny? In terms of progressing the ball forward, I think I would go with would I go with Xhaka? Would I go? Because for me, both of them are really not good enough. And it's an absolute abysmal that we're actually keeping them. It's absolutely negative that we're actually keeping them. But honestly, I think I would keep Xhaka on the pitch with Albert Sambela Kong. So with Partey out, coming back, probably after the first 3 games, then it should be Lokonga and Partey. Lokonga and Granit Xhaka. So he's Partey is out as well for 3 weeks. Eddie Nketiah has a right ankle injury as well, and I've spoken about that. So, but I don't think it's a big story for him to be out. I don't think it's a big one. Eddie Nketiah being out means automatically either Balogun switches in or Gabriel Martinelli, like I've said. So that one is not a big one. But Eddie continues to be assessed and is expected to be back in training in early September. Okay. The other one that I think should be up, should be coming back very early, but will be missed very, very much is Gabriel Magalhaes. Now, Magalhaes has a right knee injury, and according to the Arsenal website, they're saying Gabriel sustained an injury to his right knee whilst with the Brazilian Olympic squad. Gabriel continues to be assessed and is aiming to be back in training by early September. Now, with Gabriel away, I mean, it's more of us doing our predicted lineup, straight away. With Gabriel away, it doesn't leave us with any, with many options, because it's Ben White and Pablo Mari. Those are the 2 options that we are left with. Obviously, Rob Holding, you don't expect him to start many games ahead of Ben White. Sorry for you, bro. You were absolutely stinking last season. You gave us so many stinkers, and I think it's time for you, to be out of the squad finally, Rob Holding. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Not good enough, Rob Holding. Yeah, maybe good enough as a squad player, not good enough to be starting for Arsenal. Game week in, game week out, and finally the Arsenal board looked into it. The likes of Mikel, the likes of Edu, and decided Rob Holding should be getting Esperia, and Esperia is Ben White. So I think in terms of team news, that's it. Gabriel Magalhaes is out. Eddie Nketiah is out as well. Thomas Partey is out. Aubameyang is out. And Alexander Lacazette is also out. So if anyone wants to know what is happening in terms of team news, that is it for the moment. All right. Many of you are saying, you wouldn't want to see Aubameyang in the squad. It's absolutely embarrassing that you people are saying that. I would love to see I would have wanted to see Aubameyang start in this game. Honestly, I would have wanted to see Aubameyang start in this game. But for me, whether he starts or doesn't, I don't think it changes so much. Aubameyang has been in very, very poor form, and it shouldn't be it shouldn't be anywhere close that Arsenal lose a game. Probably Brentford or any other game, and then we say, we wish we had Aubameyang. I think at the moment it's far away from that. It's far away from that. He's been performing poorly, and maybe it's our chance to prepare for life without Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. If it doesn't click, we will have to bench him. We'll have to drop him, for sure. And for me, this is an opportunity. Arsenal don't have Aubameyang. How do we set up? If we give Gabriel Martinelli or Balogun a chance, probably Martinelli scores a double, Balogun scores a double when he gets the chance. For me, there is no reason whatsoever why he's undroppable. There is no reason, and I'll absolutely drop him. It's not the easiest of decisions, though. It's not the easiest of decisions, but I'll absolutely drop him. So one of the things Mikel Arteta didn't speak about Aubameyang and Lacazette, because their injuries have actually been confirmed today. That's it. Their injuries have been confirmed today. Yesterday, by the time he went for his press conference, they were not injured and they were not out, so they were available. But one of the things he talked about was transfers, because he was asked whether he was really okay with the way we are doing business, and he was asked whether our transfer business actually is actually going on so well, and in his response, it was it was quite funny, but in his response he said, we have done what we wanted to do in the first half of the window. Now, when a manager says that, it's two-way for me. It's two-way. He says there was the first half of the window, and we did what we wanted to do. However, there is another another half of the window, and I'll speak about the transfer window in a minute. I'm gonna speak about the rumors, all the rumors in a minute. But what he says is we've done what we wanted to do in the first half of the window. I don't think it's true, because I think the first half of the window, by the time, as per time of streaming and as per time of recording, the first time of the window is bigger than the last time of the window. So for me, I'm not really contented that Arsenal have done right, the right kind of jobs we should have done in the first half of the window. Especially speaking about the fact that we do not have a backup goalkeeper at the moment. That is absolutely disgraceful. It's one of the things that I've always said, and I said this week Arsenal should have done, a goalkeeper. We should have brought in a new goalkeeper. We should have, actually signed in a new goalkeeper. It doesn't happen. We were so close, as far as I know, because you people told me, Cossy, with transfers, there's so many, and it's becoming too heavy for us. So I decided to keep the transfer information to myself, for the past 48 hours. And what has happened in the past 48 hours, without me coming, is Aaron Ramsdale. The deal was believed to be closed, and Arsenal had believed to close in on the Aaron Ramsdale deal before Friday, which is today. However, the deal collapsed. And the reason the deal actually collapsed is easy. Sheffield thought Arsenal were going to pay around £30 million for the player. However, Arsenal were only baiting them. Arsenal were never willing to pay more than 20 million for the player. And it seems like the deal has collapsed. And the deal collapsing, because that deal should have happened on Wednesday, and as reported by the Athletic and a couple of other outlets, the deal should have happened by Wednesday. It didn't happen, and now we enter a new season. We have only 2 goalkeepers you can trust. Actually, if I'm going to be honest, we only have 1 goalkeeper we can trust. And when Mikel says business done it was absolutely good, I think he's lying. I think he is absolute lying. It doesn't make a lot of sense for me when he says the business we've done is good so far. I don't think it's absolutely true, and I don't think it actually makes sense. But one of the things he said is there is a lot to come in the transfer window. There's a lot to come in the in the upcoming transfer window. He spoke about he was asked about the new strikers and things like that, and we're gonna look at that at his press conference right about now. Smash the like button, people. Thanks everybody for tuning in. It absolutely means a lot. So this is Mikel and the press conference he was in. I think, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. So much of Mikel Arteta's press conference on Thursday was dominated by transfers. Our manager was asked about the business we have already done this summer and what he hopes to be done between now and deadline day. And this is what he said to the media. So he was asked first and foremost on our transfer window so far, and he said, well, in the first period of the window, I think we've done a few things we wanted to do, and it's going to help us to get the squad in a much better place. There is still a bit of the window to go, so I'm sure things will happen either way. Yeah. One point I disagree with there is when he says work, a lot of work has been done, what we want and things like that. I don't think we've done a lot of work. I don't think we have actually done what we wanted. We wanted to get in a goalkeeper. We wanted to get in a right back, at least an attacking midfielder. You know what? An attacking midfielder for now can wait. A backup goalkeeper shouldn't wait. A right back shouldn't wait. Maybe that's what Mikel, but says the window is still open, and he says, I'm sure things will happen either way. All right, things will happen either way, and being sure things will happen either way. Arsenal are reportedly in talks and negotiations for Martin Odegaard. I should do a stream about that very, very soon, probably in 2 hours' time or 3 hours' time, before we kick into the new season. On our business and so far, and whether we will do more, and he said, well, we identified what we wanted to do and how we can strengthen our team short term, medium and long term, and what we needed to achieve, that we defined the profile of player that suits the model that we have at the moment at the club, and that can sustain our financial position, and we made 3 movements in relation to that, right? So brilliant, I think brilliant answer, because he says Arsenal did identify what they wanted to do, short, medium and long term. Now, long term, I think it's the Lokongas and the Nuno Tavares. Short term, I think it is the Ben Whites. Because I think, honestly, I think Ben White is both short term, medium, and long term. I think Xhaka staying. That is where he actually speaks about the financial model. And the sustainability of what we want to do financially, because Xhaka staying, it doesn't cost us a penny, and just give him, give him a new contract. You're gonna pay his wages per week. That is what he's actually talking about there. On whether we are close, sorry. On whether we are close to signing in a new goalkeeper, I said I cannot tell you. I have no answers for that. What I can say is I think we are not. Yeah, Mikel may not say it. But I don't think we are close to signing in a new goalkeeper. If Mikel was to be honest, I don't think Arsenal are close to signing in a new goalkeeper. And we are in absolute mad. We are absolutely in absolute mad. So I don't think we are very close to signing in a new goalkeeper. On the other number of signings that would make him happy. On the number of signings that will actually make him happy, he said. That the team puts in place what we've been working on, and it's and it's the spirit they have, and the energy and the energy that they've been training with, and in games more consistently, because we've had so many very good patches against both teams in the last 2 games against Spurs and Chelsea. It's how we compete in matches to get the wins, which is the most important of things there. So basically, he spoke about much of transfers, and I don't want to really dive into all the press conference because I can't. But of course we can, but I don't want to dive into the press conference. If you want it, you could check out the Arsenal website, the Arsenal official YouTube channel is there. But I think my only disappointment as we enter the new season is the lack of a new goalkeeper. This one should have been sorted out ages ago. There's no question about that. There's absolutely no excuse from Arsenal to the fans. This one should have been sorted out ages ago, absolutely ages ago. And the fact that we have failed to do it, the fact that we are entering in, we are entering the new season without a new goalkeeper, shows for me a lot of weakness, big weakness there. But let me just talk about Martin Odegaard for a second, probably, and then we'll call it a live stream. Okay, we'll call it a show. So with Martin Odegaard, I'd love you guys to get involved as well and look at the screen. There we go. Okay, so with Martin Odegaard, a lot has been flying. A lot has been really flying, but let's have a look at what has been said. Madrid indicated they were willing to listen to offers for Martin Odegaard north of 60 million euros, but sources claim the club have now softened their stance. Sources added that Arsenal informed intermediaries they would need to sell a midfielder before strengthening that area. Okay. And more on that, KK Nak, Gold Football.London says news that the Arsenal are in advanced talks with Real Madrid over Martin Odegaard has not exactly been received positively, given the Madison interest. So thought I would wheel out this piece comparing the two and why I think the Norwegian is the better deal. So make sure you do check out Football.London for that piece as well. There was very interesting. No, this is it. This is what I wanted. Fabrizio says Martin Odegaard would love to rejoin Arsenal. He was really happy during his spell last season, and he's been waiting for Arsenal bid to be accepted by Real Madrid once the green light arrives. Odegaard has a great relationship with Mikel Arteta and board members too there. So there you have it. Martin Odegaard is actually on his way back to Arsenal. I can confirm. Martin Odegaard is on his way back to Arsenal, as per Fabrizio Romano. I'd love to know your thoughts and exactly what you think about that. Do you think Arsenal are doing the right thing, or do you think we are actually doing the wrong thing? Make sure you smash the like button and make sure you get your thoughts in as well. All right. I want to be answered. This is according to Carlo. What exactly are you asking, Carlo? I will get in your questions and answers as well. Okay. I got to say it could be 1-1. Okay. Thank you so much. Today's game is tricky, Cossy. That's according to Vicen. On a positive, great opportunity for the kids. This is according to Mr. Essen Low. Okay. Saka on left, Pepe on the right. This is according to Ricky. Mohammed says Brentford 1, Arsenal 3. Quench says Balogun up front, but I can see Arsenal. But I can see Arsenal signing time. Look, it's tricky. It's tricky because early in the morning was reported that Arsenal would actually be very open to selling both strikers in Alexander Lacazette and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, and all of a sudden they disappear on the radar. What does it mean? A terrible defeat for Arsenal, 1-3. This according to Jacob. Okay. Rush says Arsenal 1, Brentford 3. Okay. Brentford 0, Arsenal 4. Eric. Okay. We are losing Cossy. This according to John. The absences of both Auba and Laka is scaring, and this gives Brentford an upper hand to even beat us. And they have some of the they have one of the most deadly strikers in the world in Van Tony. All right. A big blow for the Gunners. This is according to John. Leonard from Uganda, 2-2, I think. Okay. Better for Martinelli than Pepe. I think Pepe, look, I think if Pepe gets chances, he can work as a good forward. I think, honestly, let's speak about it. Pepe is one of Arsenal's best finishers in that side. He's one of our best finishers, in the side. So we talk much about transfers, but nothing coming. We expect a bad result. It's according to John. Okay, I mean, we could as well think about other things away from transfers, and that's why I decided not to bombard you with transfer news anymore. Maybe it could soften your hearts and focus on the team as well. Okay, I think like Luis Alberto player will be profitable for Arsenal. That's according to Murad. I didn't get that really. Cossy, Arsenal is preparing for fail. Okay, that's according to Ano. Kazami says this is also from Nigeria. All right. I'm disappointed in Laka. You're disappointed because he's injured? I don't know. Are you disappointed because he's injured, Carlo? Causes I don't know why but I'm missing you these days. We are your fans. If anything, kindly let us know. It's going to Robert. Not really. It's been a lot of the channel has been flooded with stories, updates of transfers, and many people think like it's too heavy, it's too much, and we should stop. And I gave it a break for 2 days, so we are back. Okay. So there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. Okay. They don't have injuries. They are apparently unwell. Okay. Now the word unwell is ridiculously, blowing my mind. Unwell in what way? Unwell, are they? Are they unfit? What do they mean by unwell? It's just blowing my mind off. Question: would you be satisfied if Arsenal got Martin Odegaard instead of James Maddison? I think financially, it's a good deal. Financially, it's a good deal. Martin Odegaard has a very big chance of becoming a very great player, so I don't have a problem with it. Honestly, I don't have a problem with it. Trust me. Carlos says, I want this to be answered. Okay. What exactly are you asking? We lack strong attacking midfield. This is according to John. Carlo. Please Arsenal transfer Luis Alberto and Nkoku. We don't want to be linked with other players, please. We don't want to be linked with other players, at least for Christ's sake. Carlo Mada says, I want to be answered. What exactly are you asking? What exactly are you asking, Carlo? I would love to, I'd love to answer you. And Carlos says we should sign Yves Bissouma. I think the time for transfer speculation is done. The time for transfer speculation is done. So and I don't expect myself to be talking about new players in the remaining 20 days or less, less than 20 days of the window. I don't expect myself to be talking about transfers. Honestly, I don't. Good afternoon, Cossy. If I should, chance between Arsenal signing Kolasinac for another year and that Aaron Ramsdale, I'll take Kolasinac. Okay, this is according to Joshua. Thank you so much, Joshua. All right. Abidi Express, to be frank, my predicted lineup should be Leno, Chambers, Ben White, Pablo Mari, Tiani Sambi Lokonga, Xhaka, Smith Rowe, Saka, Martinelli, and Nicola Pepe. These guys will give you the desired results. Sign Abraham, Awa, and James Madison. Big up, bro. Thank you so much. Alive, bro. Cossy, thanks for the show. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Stephen. I will keep it up. Mikel, I can't say, Mikel, I can't say against the owners trying to secure his job. Yeah, obviously he's a puppet. He's a puppet. There's no question about that. He's a puppet. He's a puppet. He's their man. He's their man. Really. He's just a puppet, isn't he? Starting the league with all this injured and having no strong replacement, we are doomed. But still positive, we are going to win, though it will be tough. Make sure you check me out on the review. On the review. Make sure you do check. You check out the review. What about James Madison? We are talking about Arsenal Brentford, so. Madison doesn't really play for Arsenal, and he doesn't play for for Brentford, so we can't talk about him maybe at the moment. So at the moment, we need to be conscious as we clamor for more signings. We need to back our players and the coach before we can mount a little pressure on them that will deter them from winning matches. Now, maybe you're right. We need to get back the team. We need to get behind the team a little bit better. Is that all you guys are wishing for our darling Arsenal? A defeat is according to Matthew. Alongside Xhaka, Lokonga alongside Xhaka. Thank you so much. David says, is it true we need new players? It's true we need new players. The backup goalkeeper, creative mid, attacking M, and a striker. Okay. So many comments. Can't wait to see Ben White. I think it's the only. It's one of the players I'm gonna be trying to watch next season. Ben White and Albert Sambi Lokonga. The rest, I'm not interested. I'm absolutely not interested. Those are the two I would love to watch. Brentford has been winning. Arsenal check the history. Maybe the history doesn't matter a lot. These guys have not been in the Premier League for some time now, and they're just newly promoted. They're playing a big side. They have that kind of they have that kind of phobia. So it's not going to be that easy for them, right? Okay. And lastly, this will never be a tough match. We're going to win this easy match with lots of goals. Martinelli must start. This is according to Raw. Raw says it's never going to be a hard match. It's going to be an easy one. Now, if you looked at how Arsenal really have been performing in the past seasons, struggling against Brighton, struggling against Brentford, struggling against Burnley, not Brentford, but Burnley, struggling against Palace. It's not an easy game. And with Brentford, they're not going to come afraid of us. They're going to come with a lot. So we've been sponsored by OneXpert. Make sure you do check it out. Smash a like on the video if you enjoyed the content. And I'll be back soon. We will be discussing more of Arsenal news and transfer news and the Brentford game. Make sure you do catch me live exactly after the game. I'll be live 5 minutes before the end of the game for the match reaction. Have a blessed stay. And I'll say, smash the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Why don't we meet later?